That's better. Yeah. There we go. Welcome back, my friend. I tell you what, it's been a long time coming. Listen, before we go anywhere, this is the pre-game. Wrexham taking on Wycombe Wanderers. Yes, you're in the right place, but a couple of first things. Got to get something out there. The Rocky Mountain road trip. That movie has got to be so put together. So it's still coming. We had major internet problems, as you gathered. So the one that we did leave you there, part 3, with the Rambo, Sylvester Stallone, the Rambo First Blood scene from Hope, BC. If you haven't seen it, just go down in the library, you'll find it. But guys, that Rocky Mountain trip is coming. And there's so much on there. It's well worth it. And a lot of fun too. So keeping it, got to inform the family, guys. If you're here first timers, this is what I do when I open up. I inform the family what's going on. So welcome back in, my friend. And if it's your first time, my friend, then pay for your ticket. That means like and subscribe. Join the family. Get here every week. Wrexham fans, yes, you know I've been around for quite some time. And if you look down in the library, there's lots and lots of Wrexham shows from the last few seasons. So get around that. And there's a game prediction coming. There's a game talk coming. And there's also news about League One coming very soon. But this is the Red Dragons taking on the Chair Boys. League One. Doesn't that sound good, yeah? Not National League, not League Two, League One. Just how good does that sound? Because I think that sounds pretty neat. So let's get ready for it. Right now, let's get having you some League One news. And after that, we'll get some team and some player news straight after. Have a listen. Have a check at this. I'll be right back. Oh, yeah. So let's take a look at the table this year, last year, and some interesting things as well. Last year, League One looked like that. 2 go up, 4 go into the playoffs, and 4 get relegated. League One this year, it looks like this. Now, moving it even further, last year, the 2 teams that were promoted, yeah, you can see it right there, Portsmouth and Derby County. Also, in through the playoffs, Oxford United got promoted as well. And down at the bottom, which is a bit of a sad thing for me, because down at the bottom, the 4 teams relegated were Cheltenham, Fleetwood, Port Vale, and Carlisle. And just for a little bit of interest sakes, not for me bragging, no ego, just so as you know a little bit more about yours truly, Steve, Port Vale was the shirt I wore with my first professional outfit. Okay, so just so you know. So I was hoping that Port Vale would have stuck around in League One as Wrexham would be joining them. Now, looking at League One and the newcomers, obviously Stockport County were champions last year, Wrexham finished 2nd, Mansfield finished 3rd, and in through the playoffs, Crawley Town. Big up to Crawley Town, well done. Sad day for Crewe Alexandra. Now, looking at the guys that came down, Birmingham City, Huddersfield Town, and Rotherham United. There's a big guy called Brady, who's the owner of Birmingham City, so there's going to be some massive ownership when Wrexham take on Birmingham City. Let's keep this moving along. Also, in the season, we're going to see some stats such as the hot shots. Who's going to be the hot shot this year? We're also going to get stuff like, you know, your assist king, the guys that can pass it around and, you know, find that little hole and get the ball through. You've also got the guys who can pick up the cards, don't you, James? Hopefully not too many red cards, but I tell you, I'm looking forward to this game. I hope you are too. Let's move it along. So there's the League One news. I'm also going to be talking about team and player news right now. But also, I'm going to bring 3 or 4 questions after that, which will really make you think. So sticking to this, let's stick around. Let's look at the team and the business news. And we're going to start with Wrexham, obviously, because obviously that's the way you should do it. Now, if you didn't know, Wrexham signed 6 guys, not all new guys. Arthur Okonkwo, big signing. Arthur, if you didn't know, signed again, and he's a full-time Wrexham player now, man. So free, he came free, believe it or not. But I think Arsenal and Arthur had gone to their end. I think Arthur's made a fantastic choice to be part of something that big. I mean, remember a couple of years ago when I said, like, you know, or I think it was about a year ago, maybe? Yeah, about a year ago. I said, you know what? He needs to sign for Wrexham because he could be part of something big. Well, I think he's got that chance now, don't you? So, it's Lewis Brunt, Leicester City. There's a good pick up there as well, centre-back. George Dobson, defensive midfield. Charlton Athletic, another one that's a free transfer. Good business there, very good business. Another piece of good business with a free transfer was Callum Burton, Plymouth Argyle, in goalkeeper. Left back Sebastian Revan, saw him in Vancouver, and when he scored that goal, yes, he looked dynamite, mate. I'll tell you what, coming in from Aston Villa, you got to be quality, and he shows it. He really shows it, and he's got this really good air about him. You know, he didn't get too excited. It's like he looks like a seasoned pro. He's still very young. And then Dan Scar coming in from Plymouth Argyles. I've got to say, loaned out Luke McNicholas to Rochdale, and I'm surprised about this one. Loaned out Jordan Davies. He's gone to Grimsby Town. I'm very surprised about that. I'm very surprised about that. But anyway, it is what it is. Released in contracts, if you want to know. Aaron Hayden's gone to Carlisle. Scott Butler's gone to Marine. Owen Cushion's gone to Prestoff Cables. Daniel Davies has gone to Flint Town. Rob Lainton is currently unattached. Callum McFadzean as well, currently unattached, as is Jordan Tunnicliffe. Ben Tozer's gone to Forest Green Rovers, and Luke Young has gone to Cheltenham Town. So we've shared a few, we've gained a few, but overall, I think the Wrexham squad's a lot stronger and a lot stronger. If you want to know a few contracts going through, just a couple now. James McLean signed till 2026 recently, so he's there at 2026. Tom O'Connor's till 2027. Max Clueth 2 is 2027. George Evans 2026. Aaron James is 2025. Mark Howard 2025. Stevie Fletcher still 2025. And yeah, that's the main guys that you would really sort of like think about. Looking at the games right now, Wrexham's first 5 games in the league, 3 at home, 2 on the road, and they are home against Wycombe, then on the road against Bolton, Reading at home. That's going to be tough. Peterborough United away, that's going to be tough. And Shrewsbury Town at home, that's also going to be tough. Bit of a tough opening, but you know what? League One's going to be tough. But I think the way this league and the way this squad has come together, I think Wrexham coming into it in good time. We'll talk about that in a little while. Now, looking a little bit now, let's be fair, Wycombe Wanderers, they've done some business too. They have. I think they've picked up, 8 players in the off-season. Tyreek Backerson from Sheffield Wednesday, Jaden Bartolo from Wealdstone, Axel Hartridge Exeter, Jack Matten Woking, Brody Pert Brighton, and Hove Albion. That's a bit of a pickup. He's a right wing, yeah, not bad. Daniel Harvey, Milton Keynes Dons, Daniel Udo, Shrewsbury Town, and Jamie Dotze, Blackfield and Langley. So has it made the squad better? It's added to it. Remember, Wycombe finished 10th last year in League One, so they're not a bad team. Has it made them better? Are they going to punch up? Are they going to be better than they were? You know, who knows? We'll see. But anyway, released out of contract. If you wanted to know, they released 7 players. So, like you say, they've brought in and taken out, and what you see is what you got. I think that they're going to be as good as they were last year, no doubt about it. But have they made themselves any better? I don't know. I think with Wrexham, with the numbers, the shedding, and the guys coming in, I think Wrexham's got a really good squad. I think I was really impressed with the tour, the draw with Brighton, the draw that was really should have been a win against Chelsea, the annihilation in Vancouver. Now, if we can get some video together, because don't forget, guys, we've just got back from the Rocky Mountain trip, so we are on no sleep right now. If we can get stuff in there from the trip, we will. But if not, all that's going to come in the next video. All about Vancouver and what we had at Row 2 and the time we had. It was fantastic. But anyway, stick into this. Wrexham's squad, in my opinion, is stronger than it was last season. Am I surprised with who they brought in? Apart from Arthur, obviously. Somewhat. They obviously didn't look at my reel of who they should have got. Anyway, I'm just joking, obviously, but I think that it's made strength to the squad. Where if someone drops out, there's a guy equal caliber to come straight in and to keep the team up. I think Phil Parkinson's really got an interesting squad this year. I think we're primed to do things. Now, enough of that. I'm going to throw you some questions. Let's get at it. Where will Wrexham finish in League One this season? Where do I think they're going to finish? You know, something told me before the season, before the pickups and before the sheddings and how the squad looks, I didn't really see us getting much higher than 7th, to be honest with you. because Wrexham's going to have to hit mega form every game. I think that that's going to be a tough ask to say exactly where they're going to finish right now because we haven't batted with these teams. But if I have to put it out there, if it goes good, I think, yeah, they can finish in the playoffs. To win the title, I don't think so. Come second, you're asking for a major season again. And that would be 4 mega seasons on the back to back. Is it possible? It's possible, but I tell you, there's a lot of good teams in this league equal to Wrexham as it stands, if not just a cut above with what they've got in their squad. Remember, there's 3 big teams came down. Yeah? There's still big teams in this league from last year. So I think a playoff spot is a possibility. What I'm realistically saying is top 10. And that's about as far as I can see right now. I think that's what I'm looking at. Promotion times 3. Is it realistic? You take that to a bookkeeper and ask him, how many teams have had promotion 3 years back to back? And he will have to scratch a lot of stuff to find the answers. It doesn't happen a lot. And normally when things are sort of statistically against you and the odds are against you, or maybe because it's all against you and it's like you need a miracle for it to happen. Would I love to see a third promotion? Of course I would. Of course you would too, right? Is it going to happen? Like I say, a lot of things have got to happen. A major season's got to come forward. A major season's got to come forward again. And this is even a higher level than last season. And it's getting higher all the time. But I don't want to be the guy that says, no, it's not. It's a possibility if everything went so well and other teams didn't punch so well at the top end to make it all even, maybe for about 6 or 7 teams to start boxing with each other like last year in League 2. If that kind of happens, hey, you never know. And hit right form and hit bad form and pick up another guy maybe, and you just don't know. But at the end of the day, it's a possibility. I don't think it's realistic. And I would love to see it, but I don't think it's realistic. How many goals is Paul Mullin going to get this year? Well, considering he's been in League One before and he's done pretty good, I would say I am looking for Paul. He's rested. He's ready. Yeah. No punctured lung. No time down this time. He's like ready to rock and roll. 1 minute into the new season, ready to score a goal. I would say this. I'm looking for 2025 on the season. If it goes well, it could be more. But I'm really saying that Paulie Mullin, Super Paul Mullin, is definitely good for 20 to 25 as it stands right now. Why, surely bloody hope not. But is relegation a reality? I don't think you could write it off, okay? Everything's possible, yeah? Everything's possible. To write it off would be so arrogant, you'd be asking for it to happen. It's not, in my mind, the possibility. I think Wrexham, with the squad it has, like I said, I think it's well good enough to avoid relegation. And there's got enough firepower to make that happen too. And also, the defence has been strengthened as well, as is the midfield. So, no, I don't think you could say it's not a reality, but I don't think it's a possibility. That's what I'm saying. Well, that's exactly what I'm saying for the prediction. This time around, I'm looking for a 2-1 win for Wrexham. Look, it's a home opener as well. So 2-1, home opener. I think that's on the cards. That's what I'm expecting. And let's talk a little bit about the game itself. It's a home opener, yeah? And it's early season. Now, early season mean like we've got no form. We don't know what the other teams are doing right now. Yeah, you could go to the preseason games, but really at the end of the day, what we've played against, what Wrexham's played, yeah, that means something because there's quality big teams that Wrexham has batted against and done extremely well. I mean, could you imagine those scorelines? If I'm just saying, if you were a Premier League team and you had them scorelines against those teams, I think you'd be quite happy. I think you'd finish mid-table. Those are the scorelines, like the 2-2 and the 1-1, right? So, and then the 4-1 over Vancouver. I tell you, I was behind the goal. I melted. I'll show you a couple of pictures. And if we can get the videos in there, we will, right? I'll show you a couple of pictures. Mate, I tell you, oh, I was in heaven. I couldn't believe it. It was absolutely fantastic. It really was. But the game talk, like I say, it's early season. There's no way I can predict this one. But I got a hunch. Neither team has form, but they're fresh and they're ready. And they're in preseason coming into the season. And hey, who knows what happens after 40 odd games later. So let's just look at it that way. When you look at Wrexham, though, recent form, I mean, it continues, doesn't it? It's a continuation year to year of good form in and out of season, right? Remembering last season, there were good results as well in the preseason against big teams too, remember? So this kind of tradition of good football in the season and then I'd say classy style, great football in the off season. It's going to be a blend and a trend that Ryan and Rob are going to continue. And eventually it's going to be something that's going to be expected each year. Good football in the league and a good post-season tour. Now, that's a hard ask to keep going, but that's what they're presenting themselves. What comes with that is that over time, you breed a winning commodity, a winning club, and you end up going places that normally your club probably wouldn't. So, again, I've got to say, Ryan and Rob have helped this team no end. The fans are going to be fantastically happy on the weekend when the game kicks off. And Phil Parkinson, mate, what a team what a squad he's got now moving into this. But like I say, a win is there to be had. And I say, above all, the squad that Wrexham have, honestly, looking at it, the squad that they've got, I'm just looking at it. It stacks. I'm interested to see how the new guys fare, Revan especially. They all come in and they've all done well. You've seen them on the tour as well. If not, keep your eye on them. And yeah, I think that at the end of the day, there's a win to be had. I'm not worried about it. And remember, the reality of having a bad season could happen, but I don't think it will. I think we're good enough to be mid-table challenging and getting somewhere. And if all things go right, I think we're good enough to get into a playoff spot. Remember, there's only two places. Only two. Get automatic promotion. That's pretty tough. That is a real tough ask. Yeah? Ask yourself. 3 promotions on the bounce. I mean, come on. Ask yourself down below. Is that even a positively realistic thought? Can it happen? Is it going to happen? Have you got a bet on that? 3 promotions back to back. Next up, Sheffield United in the EFL Cup. And that's Bramall Lane, Tuesday the 13th. Get ready for that. Get ready. EFL Cup, not EFL Trophy. And like I say, news on the Rocky Mountain trip is coming soon. So, wrapping this up in a nutshell, it's going to be a fiery crowd at the racecourse ground, a place that you love watching football, even if you're sitting in row 1, maybe sitting in row 10, maybe you're on the side, maybe you're in the 4th wall. It doesn't matter where you're sitting in the ground. Every seat puts your hair on end, and the singing and the songs is fantastic. So I know you're going to be there in the ground. Everybody else around the world who's watching on TV, well, we're all going to be stuck to our screens, smacking the screen when we score, slapping our heads when we score, going nuts when we score. And above all, we're all going to be waiting for another season to unfold. And we're all a little nervous right now because we've gone up a big level in talent. League 2 to League 1 is a jump, man. National League to League 2 is a little bit of a jump. But League 2 to League 1 is a big jump. A big jump in tactics, quality, players, grounds, turf, even referees. It's a different level again. So we're going to match it. We're going to mend. We're going to blend. We're going to get in there. We're going to do what we've done. Like we say, what we've seen in the last three seasons at least. I say Wrexham, Phil, have got the system. They know what they're doing. We just put our trust in them and enjoy the entertainment. That's all we got to do. Put our trust in Phil and the guys and enjoy the entertainment. And above all, enjoy the entertainment. I mean, every time they play, it's just, you can't get enough. You really can't get enough. I can't get enough. I know you can't get enough. So at the end of the day, get into the Wycombe Wanderers game, sit on the edge of your seat, bite your fingernails off like you normally do, go ballistic, sing songs when they sing as well. Super Paul Mullin, I don't think you really understand. Yeah? Whatever song you love. And really let yourself go. Let the passion get into you. Ride it everywhere. And for the next 40-odd games, plus cup games. By the way, I'd rather not have cup runs. Screw the cup games. Let's just keep all our energy in the league and try and get as high as we can in this season. Like I say, tough ask to get promotion, 3 back-to-back. I just want us to finish as high as we can and have a good season, yeah? Screw the cups, go in the league, get ready for the weekend. I hope you enjoyed the show. Next one, we're going to have a little bit more replays and stuff because right now we're waiting for it. Nothing's happened, so we're at the gate, waiting for the videos to start peppering the videos, what we put out, coming forward. Okay, guys, it's coming. Let's have it. Wycombe Wanderers at the racecourse ground. Cheers.